very much, Joe. I wasn't sure if I could maybe get a hint of sarcasm towards the end of that. But it was a long game, and it's Evil Geniuses, so what else do we expect? And, you know, if there's any team in the world that can get the crowd cheering over ward kills, it's Evil Genius. And they certainly grind it out.
That's how you know it's a good game, if the crowd's cheering over wards, because it's
I'm not sure about
so much
that's a
action
sign
happening.
of good game, yeah, exactly.
Or a long game, but
yeah.
Either way, they did win. Well, I haven't been able to do that quite a bit over these last 2 weeks, you have to say, but it seems like, just as Joe and Quickshot mentioned, that it kind of reverted back a little bit to their old style, going with Morgana. And to me, it's kind of, I don't know, it's not a good sign for me if I look at it, because they did that back in the spring split, didn't work. If they're doing it again, it's most likely not going to work again unless they, I don't know, tweak something. I don't know, like if they were reverting back to that strategy when they need to adapt and evolve, then it's not really something that gives you a good sign.
But the main thing is they won. Yeah, at the end of the day, Evil Geniuses picked up a win, and they are desperate to get those wins right now. It was a win over Lemon Dogs, who did beat them last week after a really close turnaround game. They almost pulled it back in that match as well.
That was a long game as well,
Interesting, though, that we do see Morgana coming out there, and it was a good choice, it seems, against Nuke Duck's Ari.
Yeah, I talked to Froggen earlier today, and he was mentioning how in 3.8 he loves Morgana, because the whole point of starting Doan's Ring and then picking up 1 or 2 health pots. And he also mentioned, against double AP teams, which this isn't technically double AP, but the Malphite kind of effectively acts as that, since you can stop the unstoppable force. It's like the perfect champion to pick up. Since everyone's going towards teamfight compositions, it gives you that great teamfight presence to lock them all down. Not to mention, if you're really quick with those black shields, you can stop your AD carry from getting caught, you can stop yourself from getting caught, and actually in the replay we're going to see in a second, it actually prevents him from getting locked down, and because of that fight alone, they actually turn the game around. Well, they didn't turn it around, but they kind of widened the gap they had.
It was a great control fight, honestly, and it was all about locking down the AD carry and the AP carry, and let's get straight into that replay, because, frankly, Evil Geniuses played it perfectly.
Okay, yeah, so we're about 32 minutes in. It's 3-4 in favor of Evil Geniuses, and 43.6 thousand gold to 40.3. So relatively early on, considering it was a 50-something minute long match. But let's get the replay on your screen and show you exactly why we say this was like the defining point of this game. So we have Lemon Dogs. They're going to go in here and engage on Crepo, which you might say right off the bat isn't the best thing to do. But anyways, we're going to get started, and you're going to see just kind of the mistake Lemon Dogs made a little bit, but also the amazing play out of Evil Geniuses. You see Tabs, he gets exhausted in the backside, and then of course Wicked just drops straight for him. You see Snoopy go for him as well, and then this is where like the big plays going to come in. We Will Failure, it's actually going to crescendo right across this area right here. But Froggen, he's not worried. You had Nuke Duck caught by a Dark Binding, you had him locked down with Whimsy, and because of that, he wasn't able to escape right away. But here's the knockup out of Crepo. Froggen has the Black Shield, and look at that ultimate. He hit every single member that was alive on Lemon Dogs with it, the initial charge. He locks Nuke Duck down, ends up picking him up, and then the rest of Evil Geniuses just get to trail on them one by one. And the thing is, if you're playing a Vayne, you're extremely good late game. Even 30 minutes in with the items he had was extremely good, but if you can't stay alive, if you can't keep yourself away from the enemy team and get that free damage in, then you're going to be killed.
Absolutely. Fantastic stuff. I mean, fantastic play. It took them a while. Yeah. It took them a while,
but they won. That's the point.
And they are standing nearby. But, without being too rude, Evil Geniuses like to take their time to finish these games. It's what they do. And, Trevor and Joe were talking about it in the match. The fact that... if they're in their flow, it may be a slow game. They had the Baron, they still didn't close it out. They had another Baron. They thought, should we do it this time? I don't know.
I think he had like 3 or 4 more Barons before they went for it. And I see Crepo behind you. He's doing one of game kind of things.
Luckily, I wasn't casting it, so for once I didn't lose my voice. But